My name is Dr. Cheryl Wagner.
So my name is Darien Taylor.
Je suis le Dr Jean-Pierre Routy.
My name is Devan Nambiar.
I've been working in Northern Ontario doing fly-in medicine in the Native communities. I got a call from a friend, Dr. Evan Collins, who I'd gone through medical school with. And he told me that there was a physician who had a practice in the village of mainly gay men. And he himself, this physician, had acquired PCP pneumonia. And he needed somebody to step into his practice. So I left the North, and early 1986, I stepped in to take over his practice. Very little was known at that time. And as you know, there were no treatments. We didn't have CD4 counts. We didn't have viral loads. So we couldn't even track where our patients were at clinically.
In terms of having better access to medication. So people were looking for anything that helped them. I mean, I had a partner who was resistant to the two drugs at that point, I think AZT and 3TC or something. He was resistant to both of them. He couldn't take them. So there was a strong sense of, empathy that people needed to be affirmed for and validated in terms of their feelings.
I thought I was going to die of HIV. I was pretty sure of that.
There's also a high level of stress and desperation of what to do, because many of the trials that were happening were still not accessible to most people living with HIV at that point.
We used a lot of, as I recall, antibiotics, antivirals, acyclovir, a lot of vitamins, herbs, none of which had any effect, but it gave patients something to grasp onto and probably gave ourselves something to feel like we were doing something. As a physician, you're trained to do something, and this was very hard.
Well, in 1996, we all trundled off to the International AIDS Society conference in Vancouver that year, and heard about the incredible success of combination therapy, including protease inhibitors.
Ça a été donc de montrer l'efficacité de trithérapie. Et à ce moment-là, les traitements duraient plusieurs années, alors qu'au début, ça marchait 6 mois, 9 mois. Et c'est grâce aux inhibiteurs de protéase que là, le virus a eu la difficulté à résister et que les traitements, s'ils étaient bien pris, pouvaient durer des années.
It really felt like the sun came out. And ironically, for Vancouver, the sun was shining that entire week. And it just matched the weather for once in Vancouver, sort of matched the mood of the participants. On an individual basis, patients had a profound effect, obviously, because my patients were living with the expectation that they would have a life expectancy of 1, 2 years, maybe 5 years. And now they were suddenly looking at potentially having decades of life ahead of them.
Well, I bought a house. That was back in the days here in Toronto when you could buy a house, on an AIDS worker's salary, right? I just thought, okay. Like it was part of actually trying to, intentionally shift my mind to thinking about a future, thinking about a life. And I was like, I need to do something significant that shows an investment in the future. So what better than a 25-year mortgage?
Probably the most profound impact I saw was on the women in my practice. They were starting to have kids who weren't HIV infected. But their time horizon was, and they would talk to me about this, just keep me alive long enough so I can get my kid into kindergarten. And suddenly, with these drugs, we were talking about having their kids, seeing their kids graduate from high school, and maybe even seeing their kids get married. They couldn't quite believe that they might see grandchildren, but that was the dramatic shift in their horizon as mothers.
So at that point, because we were so excited, actually medications were available, no one thought about the short-term or long-term side effects. I think that's just humanity. Like, we're so excited, we don't think, how do drugs affect our body?
C'est-à-dire qu'au début, il y avait les premiers comprimés. On a pu comprendre que comme dans le cancer ou la tuberculose, pour traiter, il fallait en mettre plusieurs à la fois pour attaquer le virus à des différents sites au niveau de sa multiplication dans la cellule. Alors à la fois, c'était une grande découverte et les patients allaient mieux, duraient plus longtemps pour le traitement, mais au prix d'un nombre très très important de comprimés. Et là, un certain nombre de patients ont arrêté, étaient découragés à cause des effets secondaires du nombre et de la fréquence des comprimés. Et c'est là où il y a eu tout un effort mondial pour essayer que ça soit des prises uniquotidiennes et idéalement sous forme d'un seul comprimé.
CATIE was a resource that all of us as physicians relied upon. It was quick, it turned around information. The information was scientifically rigorous. It was up to date, and we could trust it. In particular, the early treatment books that CATIE put out for patients. We would have a stack of those in our office, and I would give them to patients. And it was a way to bring the patient in to collaborate.
This young man walked up to me and he said, "You're Devan, right?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "You work at CATIE?" I said, "Yes, I do." And he said, "I want to thank you." And I said, "For what exactly?" He said, "No," he said, "I called and I got you on the phone and you told me exactly what to do." I said, "What did I tell you to do?" I have no idea. Right? And so he said, "You explained the drugs I was taking and you told me I had to see my doctor and explain what options I had in terms of changing medication." And he said, "You saved my life and the quality of my life."
CATIE's, ability to create and sustain and revise and keep it relevant is hugely important. Like, it seems a little bit historic now that we're all, about websites and social media, this clunking great book that, is still around. But that was and is so important.